like to dance. Na 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 na. 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 Come show me your hardcore feelings with your raping meanings, 'cause I don't know the way to groove. I've never learned to dance this fast, and I don't know how to move. Beats kicking hard and the beats kicking low.
Good evening, everyone. I apologize for the initial interruption there, but tonight, like I said, we are watching the one, the only, the legendary police training tape, Surviving Edged Weapons. This is, well, a movie, something I discovered back when I was in high school, right around 2011. And suffice to say, the reenactments in it are comedy gold. Now, we are admittedly not watching the full thing, because that does have some content that would get me in trouble. Or rather, I should say, a lot of content that would get me in trouble. And thank you for the follow, Curtinates. I saw that I actually went and checked out your channel, by the way. Let me just give you that shout out, because I did actually have a look at you, and let me just say, I love Katamari Damacy. Can I just say that real quickly? I absolutely adore that game. How do I spell your name? Curtinates. Let's see what you were doing last. Probably that's exactly what I said, but we're gonna have a look. Let's see what it was. Yep, it was Katamari. And like I said, I adore Katamari Damacy. That is an absolutely fantastic game that I think more people need to play. And I'm glad to see that you had so much fun with it. But anyways, as I said, so I discovered this back when I was in high school. It was around 2011. And yeah, well, let me just show you, actually, because for all the talk I can do about it, it's better for you to see just what I mean when I say the reenactments in this film, in this tape, are comedy gold. So, let's get started, shall we? Surviving Edged Weapons. 1987, Caliber Press Incorporated. All rights reserved. Actually, let me check if that's the correct year. Is that not 1980? No, let's see. 1988. Oh, it's 1988. Okay. But yes, 1988, Caliber Press Incorporated. Surviving Edged Weapons. Oh boy. Right off the bat, we're off to a good start with the cavemen. What we got here? Got himself a deer. Got it hanged up. Getting the fire ready to cook it. Got a barbecue. Oh? No, partner. This was... Let me put it this way. This is not Scared Straight. This was actually made for police training. Like, okay, so the full thing, when I say it is hardcore, it is legitimately hardcore, and we are not watching the full thing because of that. The full version of this film, of this tape, has actual autopsy photos and crime scene photos showing how so many of the incidents that are rather comedically reenacted can actually happen. Also, oof, that sucks, partner. That sucks. But that's why we're not watching the full version. Once again, I would just like to reiterate that we are not watching the full version of this for a very, very good reason. This is a legitimate but yeah, no, there is a reason why on the cover of this it says for law enforcement use only. And again, that's because it is hardcore. It gets hardcore. There is one crime scene photo that didn't quite get edited out correctly, but it's innocent enough that this is fine. But look at this guy. Look at this guy. Yeah, the barbecue's coming along good. Oh, boy. Yep, just gonna give that 12 more hours on the smoker and we'll have a party. Oh, shit. Who's this guy? Who's this guy? Oh, no. Oh, no. Is he coming? Oh, he's gonna steal this shit. Asshole. Why can't you just get your own? Damn. Oh, he knows something's up. He knows something's up. He can hear it. Ah, he stinks. Ew. Oh, he's saying the guy's stinky. I can smell you. I can smell you. It's nothing. Damn, these nachos are good. Look at him. Like, he's got some bowl of something. I wonder what it is. Oh, boy. Caveman ninja, indeed. Yeah, caveman ninja, partner. That's absolutely the way to put this. Absolutely what this guy's doing here. Ninja caveman, let's go! Oh shit. Oh shit, here he comes. Oh, he got caught. He got caught. Yeah, get back. Get back. Hands where I can see them. Stop resisting. Yeah, take it. Take it and go. Just gives him like scrap or something like that. Yeah. Fuck off. Look at his face. Look at him. And goes right back to watching the barbecue. Fuck this. I don't want that. Oh, no. Look out. He's got a knife. Here it comes. Here it comes. And. Ooh. In the. Ooh. In the dick. Stabbed in the dick. Ooh. And off he goes with the barbecue. Off he goes with, I think it was like a pig head or something like that. I don't know. I'm not paying attention. Oh, no. Happening, man. Money, no shit. Fuck you, man. Oh, the knife! Oh, the knife! do. Oh, did you? Damn. What was in them? Yeah, I know. Oh, but it's about to get even better, partner. It's about to get even better. Wait until you see what this guy has. And this is where we go from, you know, actually stuff that's like actually scary to stuff like we start to go to stuff that's, you know, it's trying to be scary, but it ends up being unintentionally hilarious. Hey, Mechanic Cat. We're doing good. We're starting to get to the good part of surviving edged weapons. Because, like I said, the entire reason you're here if unless you were an actual cop in the 80s and 90s, the entire reason you're here is for the reenactments. And let me just say again, these reenactments are gold. They are absolute gold. Watch this. Coming up to the door. Wait till you see the guy outside. Just sitting there off on your own, sweating. Yeah. But did you see what he had in the background? Do you see what he has in the background? Do you see that, chat? That right there? Do you know what that is? Do you know what that is, chat? That's a sword. That is a sword. And what do you think he's going to do with that sword? Hmm? He's looking at it. He's looking at it. He's getting ideas. He's getting ideas. What's he gonna? Oh, is he gonna? What's he gonna do? Open the door. Oh! Oh! Just with a whole ass sword. He just got a whole sword. He just like, why are the other two guys not coming up to help him at all? Like, good lord. No, not partner. That wasn't an Arabian sword. That was a that right there was a big, that right there was his right-hander. That right there was a German's right-hander. You know, the big one. It's the big boy. By the way, I should also mention this whole thing was filmed in Milwaukee. This whole thing was filmed in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And as a result, you are going to hear some of the most amazing accents. The SD-ness. Yeah, I know. Well, here's the thing. This is a VHS tape from the 80s. So, not entirely surprising that some of it's gonna look a little crappy. Not entirely surprising at all. Also, while we're here, I should introduce you to my very, very good friend, Dan Inosanto. One moment, please. I will go and get you exactly what I'm talking about, because like I said, he makes an appearance in this as well. And he, well, let's just say, not Twitter. He is quite possibly the star of the show, because good God, the shit that this guy comes and does, the shit that this guy does in this tape is absolutely amazing. No, we don't want that. We actually just want to do this. We're gonna do this just to show you what I'm talking about. Let me show you what I'm talking about. No, I don't need a new tab here. I need a new tab in the other window. So we go here. Dan Inosanto. Just to show you how fucking crazy this guy is. I'm gonna find it. There's a particular one I'm looking for from Surviving Edged Weapons that shows off that it's not in this particular version of this particular edit of it, which is a shame. But the way he's moving with this knife, the way he's like, they're doing this like, look how somebody with a knife, look how fast somebody with a knife can get into action. Find it. Where are you? Surviving Edged Weapons, Dan Inosanto. Where are you? Yeah, that's this whole thing. Is like, look how fast somebody who's really skilled can get into action with a knife. And look at this shit. Look at him go. Look at him go. All in the hips, baby. All in the hips. Is all in the hips. And yeah, no, the music that I was just playing for the introduction, by the way, is fully related to that. It is fully related to another edit of this that I unfortunately cannot show on Twitch for the very reasons I said before. But he is going ham with that thing. Look at him. He's dancing. Like, if you didn't know that he had a knife in his hand, you just think he's jamming out. But nah, that's him showing you, like I said, just how fast somebody can get into a fight with a knife. Because he had that hidden in a terry towel over his head. And watch how his right hand is moving. Watch how his right hand is moving. That's him going. That would be him going at you with a knife. Watch this. 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 Watch his right hand. Boom. Glass. Ooh. Ooh. That, even as a reenactment, that's gotta be unpleasant. Because what, you know what they did is they probably, they almost certainly used some kind of prop glass. They probably used some kind of prop glass for that, but But you know, like sugar glass or something like that. But even as a prop, that's got to be unpleasant. Yeah, even as a prop, that's got to be unpleasant. Yeah, I love this thing. I love this thing so much. I wonder how this one's gonna go. And yeah, no, real glass definitely does not break like that. Or if it does break like that, the person who's hitting you with the glass is gonna get just as cut as the person he's hitting. Watch this though. Watch this. Look at how roached out this truck is. Look at how just absolutely destroyed and rotted this truck is. Let's see what we got here. I got your license right. JMD 53R. No, this is gonna be even better. It's gonna be even better than that, partner. Watch. In the face! In the face! Let's just watch that again. Let's get the instant replay on that. Let's get the instant replay on that. Boom! Oh! That is just unpleasant to think about. Oh! Stuck me! He stuck me! Yeah, that's right there. That's the crime scene photo I was talking about. You know, but you notice how you couldn't see anything in it? That's why I was like, it's fine. That's fine. So, but that's to show you that stuff like that actually happens. This isn't just, you know, this isn't just some paranoia thing. Where oh no! Make yourself vulnerable to an impressive array of edged weapons. Of course, you're already familiar with the balisong or butterfly knife, whose folding blade aids in concealment. And you've probably also seen a knife that looks like a ballpoint pen. But are you familiar with the Mexican Sacatripe? No, I just paused it because there's a whole section in this that's been cut out that I want to share with you because it's amazing. There's a part for this is amazing I want to share with you. I'm gonna have to cut it before another part of this though, because it does get into some spicy things. But yeah, this should be okay. Yeah, should be okay here. Yeah, no, this is a part that was unfortunately cut out for various because this part that was unfortunately cut out. Yeah, the cat blade. Watch this. I don't think the part I'm gonna show you, I don't think it has any photos in it, but just to show you what got cut out of this part. The balisong or butterfly knife. Folding blade, it's in concealment. It looks like a ballpoint pen. But with the Mexican Sacatripe, used for gutting sheep and other warm-blooded animals. The butane lighter holder. Just look at all these things. Everything is a knife. Everything is a knife. No wonder they're paranoid. It's like, look at how many of these things can be knives. Look at how many of these things are just knives. That's a knife. This is a knife. That baby that she's carrying, yeah, that's actually a knife as well. Oh, it's gonna get even worse when we get into the improvised weapons, by the way. It's gonna get even worse when we get into the improvised weapons. Yeah, his glasses, a knife. The earrings, a knife. A knife. That's a knife. The boots are a knife. Yeah, no, look at that thing. Look at this thing. The Coca-Cola hat with the razor blades in the back. And he's just swinging at people. Watch this, though. Watch how fast. Watch how fast. Boom. Done. Gravity blades can be drawn instantly. Yeah, the hat is magical. The worst part about the hat mechanic, somebody actually, if they're talking about that, it's because somebody actually did that. Somebody actually tried that. I don't know how successful it was, but somebody actually tried that. Another guy with another knife. Really skilled with action with a knife. Ooh. Look at just how many knives this guy has on him. There's one there. There's one in his boot. There's one on his one in his boot like that. There's one on his back. He's got one on his wrist. And then just I'm gonna cut before. Watch. This is the part that's magical. This is the part that's magical. Oh my God! Look at it go. But yeah, no, that's the part I wanted to show you because that is absolute magic. It is absolute magic. And this whole tape, like I said, this whole thing is legendary for its insanity. Watch this. Watch this. Boom. Down. Oh, again in the dick. Why do they keep stabbing them there? I know why, but still. Why? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Here we go. Here comes the knife again. Oh, he's gonna get it. He's gonna get it. He's gonna get it. Oh, he got the knife. He got the knife. He's unfolding it. And damn. Oh. Ooh. Oh, let me fix that. Let me fix that actually. It's not because it was low, it's because it was actually off because I'm an idiot. That's why you were... Yeah, the knife hip thrust indeed. The knife hip thrust indeed. Holy shit. Oh no, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Is that what? No, no. That comes later. Oh, knife there. Knife there. Hey, playtime. How are you doing? Oh, we'll get there, Kurt. We'll get there. No spoilers now, hear me? Oh no! Oh no! Just through the ooh! I'd just like to remind everyone here. These are all reenactments. That person, yeah, that is some very good makeup, by the way. Might I just mention that? Can I just mention that right there? That shot right here. That is some amazing makeup and prop work that they did on this shot. Like, that is super realistic looking. It's part of it's the camera, but also like just the makeup and prop work for this, and the fact that and the way this guy falls too. It's like you can tell it's very much a way to how to fall, an on-camera fall technique, but he's got some real good practice with that. Yeah, no, it is absolute keto. It is absolute keto. But like, where did he even come from? That's the next question. He wasn't even in any of the previous shots. Oh no. Oh no. Here we go. Here we go. This one's going to be good. This one is going to be amazing. Watch what this man does. Watch what this man does. Just all quiet for the... Oh, metal detector's going off. Watch what he does. Watch what he does. Just go straight for it. Straight for it. This man just wanted full violence. Like, he had a plan. He had a plan.
It's been estimated that
not a good plan. Yes, that's actually a... Oh, so you know who was actually famous for that playtime? You know who was actually famous, in particular for using chocolate syrup as blood? Hitchcock was particularly famous for doing that. And it worked out particularly well for him because whenever he did that, his films were also in black and white. So he didn't have to worry about getting the color right. It just had to smear and ooze convincingly. And ironically enough, yeah, no, chocolate syrup, at least for like, significant amounts of blood that have been out in the open air for a while, is a really good substitute for blood in black and white. It's got about the right consistency, especially when it's warm. Oh, did they? Huh. That's interesting. The name sounds familiar, but I've actually got to look up to see who they are. Because it's like, it's not, the name rings a bell. Oh shit, you're right. He did do that. You know what's funny? It's funny you mentioned that, Playtime. It's funny you mention the bad guy from The Fifth Element, because I was actually watching The Fifth Element the other day. And again, the fact that I did not pick up that being chocolate syrup is a really good really good example of how convincing that lets you do blood. See who these guys were. Trauma movies. Ah, yes. So like you said, they did make the Toxic Avenger, which I have not seen. I should totally watch that at some point. I should totally watch Toxic Avenger at some point. Thank you for letting me know about that, Kurt Nates. I've heard the name. I mean, like I said, I've heard of them from somewhere, but I didn't know where. What else have they made that I might have seen? Let's see. What the hell? Why do they have a movie called Killer Condom? Okay. Now that is some cover art. That is some VHS cover art. Holy shit. Look at this. Look at this cover art. Look at this cover art. Oh my god. And also, yes, that is another name. That is another name I've heard. Again, another movie I haven't watched, but I've heard of it. Surf Nazis Must Die. I want to say that was actually on Best of the Worst at one point. Like Red Letter Media actually covered that. But it's been a while, so I'd have to go back and look. Anyways, back to surviving edged weapons, shall we?
For edged weapon attacks could be prevented.
Look at this shit. Look at this
if
shit.
Updated
Here it goes.
Information were known.
Here comes another
21 to the dispatcher.
absolute classic
10-7
moment.
with a violator. 41 southbound. It's a silver
Oh,
78
no.
Chevy two-door.
Oh, no.
California plates. King, Ida, Lincoln, Mary, Edward.
Make some adjustments real quickly here for everybody
In
involved.
most situations, your threat assessment will have to begin by you identifying the suspect's
Let's
potential
bring the
for
size of
violence.
that up. There we go.
Most
Make more
civilians
visible.
would never threaten you with an edged weapon. Even those
No,
who
that's not what I
carry
wanna do. That's not what I
concealed
wanna do.
knives generally do
Why
so
make
to
it bigger?
protect themselves
Damn.
against criminals.
Transform.
Squad 21, go
Screen.
ahead.
No, not like that. Yeah, like that. Like that. Perfect. Perfect. Try this as well. Drop that. Drop that.
10-4.
Rid of the
But
little
some
black.
will turn against you.
There we go. Perfect.
Frightened, or if
There we
provoked.
go. The car is just a giant. Yeah, the license plate is kill me. The license plate actually says kill me. It's amazing.
Heroes who build confidence in fighting back against the bad guy.
Shut your engine off.
Watch what happens next. Watch what happens next. Watch what this guy does when he comes out.
What the fuck do you want? Want to see your driver's license? What for?
What for?
Christ, I'm only a block from home. Why'd you let
Listen
me
to
go?
that accent.
Look, I just wanna
Listen
see your
to
driver's
that
license.
accent.
Christ.
Listen to just how Wisconsin this guy's accent
Let me
is.
go. What
Look.
for?
Why don't you just let me
Christ, I'm
go?
only a block from home. Why'd you let me go? Look, I just
Why don't
wanna
you let
see
me
your
go?
driver's license. Oh, Christ. I got it here somewhere. It's in the car.
That
I'll
is
get it.
absolutely amazing.
Most people
Absolutely
have drawn
amazing.
inner boundaries they don't want crossed. And sometimes the blade is there to guard those boundaries.
Here's my license. Why don't you come and get it?
Here's my license. Why don't
To
you
be
come and
especially
get it?
feared are EDPs
come
who
and
do
get it?
have edged weapon skills through military experience or learned while
Yeah,
incarcerated.
that dude is just, that guy is sloshed. That guy is absolutely sloshed. And you even get, let's go back actually. You even get to see just how drunk this guy is. Watch what he
By
does when he
you
sees the police pull up
identifying
behind
the
him.
suspect's
Watch what he
potential for
does.
violence.
He's got the
Most
bottle of liquor right there, and he just
Civilians would
moves
never
it
threaten you with
down.
an edged weapon.
So not only is he drunk driving, he was drinking while he was driving too.
Even on the free blade.
That is
What the fuck do
amazing.
you want? Want to see your driver's license? What for?
He was drinking
Christ, I'm only a
while
block
he
from
was
home. Why'd you let me
driving.
go? Look, I just want to see your driver's license. Oh, Christ. I got it here somewhere. It's in the car. I'll get it.
And now you get to the car and watch what he does.
Most
I watch it
people have
again.
drawn inner boundaries.
Here's my license.
License.
Why don't you come and get
Come
it?
and get it. Oh no.
To be
Oh, no.
especially feared are EDPs who do have edged weapon skills through military experience or learned while incarcerated.
God damn it, Mechanic Cat. I guess you could call that some kind of efficiency. Yeah. Just, yeah, no. Get drunk while you're driving. Don't drive while drunk. Get drunk while driving. Brilliant.
Because of a paranoid fear of intrusion, your
Oh,
very
no.
presence may be
Oh
experienced
no, my
as
man's
an
over here
overwhelming
sitting
threat.
all on his own.
To him,
Not-
the weapons he covets may be
What's he looking
powerful
at?
crutches, and he knows
What's
you
he
want to
looking
remove
at?
them to diminish him.
Just sitting there looking.
My
The
toilet
toilet don't work.
Hey!
Oh.
My outback,
Don't drink, drive. Get your drinking out of the way first. Then drive.
Hey!
Carlin used to say a lot of insane shit. Carlin used to say a lot of utterly insane shit, partner. Like, on top of, yeah, no. Oh, just you wait. Just you wait. Just you wait, Kurt. Just you wait, Kurt.
About 2 doors down. Come out now.
Oh, no. He's looking.
Can you hear
What's
me?
he looking at?
okay?
He's looking intently. He is looking. Ah, good evening, Dusk. How are you doing?
Or the hard way? Whatever you want to do.
Ah, yes, no. Colds absolutely suck. Colds absolutely. Oh
Come
no.
out. You know,
Oh
wash your hands
no. Is that a? Hold on. Is that a plastic spoon? Has this man been spending this whole time just sharpening a plastic spoon? Oh yeah, and this is the guy you do not fuck with. Because if a man has the patience to go and sharpen a plastic spoon, Alexa, volume 0. Man has the patience to go and fashion a weapon out of a plastic spoon. That is some dedication right there. That is some absolute dedication right there. It's not that he just broke it to get a point. Nah, he spent time refining that thing. He spent time shaping the blade on the floor, getting it ever so perfect to make it that much better at stabbing. And now, oh no. He's about to whip it out. He's got it in hand.
Okay.
Yes, he was in fact studying the blade. Oh no, oh no, oh!
Don't fuck with me.
Oh, yeah, no. Ooh.
To overcome these
Watch
suspect
this.
advantages, it is crucial that you read
Oh, this one's gonna. This one is magical. I won't spoil anything, but this next one is magical.
Hey, black and
Watch
yellow.
this man.
Problem.
Watch this man.
Certain movements leave little doubt about intent.
Yeah, here we go. Here we go.
Represents imminent danger
He
for
just
sure.
pulls out a
But
machete
many
and
officers who become knife
starts
victims
sprinting
are so
at
startled
the
by a
car.
sudden charge, they freeze up. Sometimes you see an offender move to
Ah,
throw
yes.
an edged
Ah,
weapon.
yes. The shuriken, the
Very
ninja
few
stars
can
that people
throw
just
accurately,
casually
especially
carry.
in the real world, where targets move. Also, a trained knife
I'm
fighter
out
will
here
rarely
like
throw away
Naruto.
his
Yeah,
weapon,
no, right? I'm out here like Naruto, just throw.
unless he has more that you can't see. A third type of behavior usually occurs as a defensive
Oh no.
reaction by an
Oh
offender.
no. Oh. Ah.
taunting
Ah.
gesture.
Oh
Get
no.
away from here. Get out of
Oh,
my
no.
nose. Drop the razor. Drop it.
What he's telling you is,
Don't invade my space or I'll attack you.
Show me your hands now.
Oh shit.
One of the most dangerous forms of concealment.
Oh shit.
is
He got the
palming.
knife hidden.
This hides the edged weapon while still positioning it for immediate use.
Yep.
If you can't see a suspect's palms,
And the worst part is, if you really want to get ambitious with it, what you can do, if you really want to, is you can actually just have your fingers almost perfectly straight. And instead of, like the way the guy had it where they were kind of curved around the handle of the knife, you can have your fingers almost perfectly straight. And if you just curve them ever so slightly and your wrist, you've created a spot for the knife to sit. And that can be absolutely terrifyingly dangerous to think about. Yes, yes, Kurt. You can just turn your fingers into knives. Yes. Like I said, like also, you know how you see how he's got the knife in that hand? The watch on his left wrist, also a knife. The belt he's wearing on his pants, a knife. His pants, knives. His pants are made of knives. His pants are absolutely made of knives.
Or the straightened tips of all of his fingers and
The bracelet, that's also a knife.
thumbs. That's a danger cue.
I guarantee you, like that. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Here we go. Just slap him around, and then suddenly, knife. Ooh!
Ice pick grip is
Ooh!
hard to defend against.
The man himself, just a bunch of knives with flesh cracked
Can
in
even be
over.
delivered like this.
Oh no! Here we go! Boom! Ooh.
Many targets are
And here he is. Here he is, the man, the myth, the legend, Dan Inosanto. Watch this man. Watch this man. Look how good this man is with a knife.
vulnerable to this
Look at how
technique.
good this man is with a knife.
From the
one right
femoral artery
there.
in the groin to the arms
Ooh,
Ribs.
cut your arm, cut
Chest.
your arm, cut there, cut
The
you
neck.
there, cut you there,
and back.
cut you there.
Most officers think that's good enough for edged
Oh
weapons too.
shit. Got himself
But
hidden,
this
got him hidden away
unrehearsed
like
training
that.
exercise shows just how fast a knife offender can shrink your reactionary gap.
Watch this. Watch
Here,
this officer
officers
coming
have been
in.
told to investigate suspicious
suspects
circumstances at
nothing.
night in a warehouse and react
This
to what they
officer
find.
suspects nothing.
At first glance,
Watch what
this
happens
officer's
next.
distance from the suspect looks safe enough. But an attacker can easily cover this distance faster than most officers can draw their guns.
Watch what he does, watch what he does, watch what he
Remember.
does.
When you close the distance between yourself and the suspect, do so only by purposeful decision.
And here comes the knife.
In fact, at close distances, your
Oh.
only realistic option
Every
for controlling a
single
suspect is
one of
empty
them.
hand tactics. Yet when officers
The knife dittos are a 70-30 matchup. The last guy who draws the knife has the advantage. Yeah, no. Like, here's the thing. What they're getting into here is what's known as the Tooler drill. The Tooler drill is a police training exercise, not just police training, but a self-defense exercise intended to establish, to really help you understand how fast somebody with a knife can attack you and how much time you need if you have a gun to... Hello, Vic. How are you doing tonight? But so what's over here? Like it says, the Tooler drill. The Tooler drill was developed by a Wisconsin police officer as a training exercise to demonstrate to people just how much time you need to draw a gun and put 2 shots center of mass onto an assailant charging at you with a knife. So the classic way this is done is actually... Oh yeah, no, knives are nothing to fuck with. Knives are nothing to fuck with. So this just, along with the speed that you're seeing here, one of the things you can't really grasp with these reenactments, but is utterly important to understand, is the sheer savagery that comes with a knife attack. Because one of the things you're not seeing them do here is a very common technique that's used with a knife called the sewing machine method. And what this is what the sewing machine technique is like the name suggests, is you're holding the knife and you're just making short, rapid stabs just long enough to get the knife in, out, move a little, in, out, move a little, in, out, move a little, which is where the name comes from. A lot of the times you'll do it like in a straight line, so it almost looks like you're stitching the person with the knife blade. It is awful. It is an awful thing to see. And the wounds it inflicts are absolutely devastating. The other thing about a knife is, knife attacks is, because they're cutting a lot of those blood vessels, a lot of those like vessels on the surface, it's cutting through a lot of that surface tissue. Every time you're doing the stabs, this is another reason why knife attacks are absolutely savage. It's not just the speed. It's not just how suddenly you come under attack. It's also just, there's blood everywhere. After somebody's been attacked with a knife, even if it's just a couple of little cuts, there will be blood everywhere. And this also leads me into a tangent. I should get into a little tangent on something completely unrelated to being attacked with a knife, but is also related to there being blood everywhere. And that is a technique in professional wrestling called blading. And what these guys will do is they'll have a razor blade or some other sharp object tucked away in like a wristband, under in the waistband of their trunks. Yes, we are, Kurt. Yes, we are, because I am particularly a fan of AEW wrestling. I absolutely love AEW and the stuff they've done to really refresh wrestling that's been stagnant under WWE. Like, WWE has gotten boring because they keep trying to, they're not doing anything new. They're not doing anything fresh. And AEW, not just AEW, but AEW is a great example of how nice it is to have competition, to have a player other than WWE. Ah. Oh, was he getting injured a lot back when he was with WWE? Because if so, damn. Oh, NJPW is also fantastic, partner. Let me just also add that one. NJPW is also fantastic. Ooh, that sucks. Also reminds me of a wrestler that, on one hand, okay, so this is one wrestler, but there is one wrestler in AEW that I am of two minds about. That being Nyla Rose. Because Nyla Rose, on one hand, she is very entertaining to watch, but yes, it is the actual wrestler Sting, partner. And yes, it is him. It is the actual Sting. And it is fantastic. It is absolutely fantastic. But the other thing I was going to say is, so Nyla Rose is, so one, she's very entertaining to watch because she's absolutely brutal. She is an absolute ham with, the native beasts and all of that, and leading into that. But on the other hand, she's also really unsafe. She is really unsafe, and we saw this with what she did to Thunder Rosa. And that's what I mean when I say I'm of two minds when it comes to Nyla Rose. Because on one hand, she's a fantastic performer, but on the other hand, holy shit, she is unsafe. She is an extremely unsafe wrestler. And that really worries me sometimes because she has set up stuff before where it's just like, there's a lot of stuff you have to do here to make sure this is safe. This is done safely and nobody gets injured. And she has cut corners in the past, and it's really worrying to watch. On one hand, you can kind of put that off to that she's kind of green, but somebody really needs to come in and, actually talk to her. I don't want to talk to her, but, get her to understand that if you're going to do these particularly dangerous things, you have to really commit to making sure they're done, commit to trying to do them as safely as possible. And so that's really frustrating. That's really frustrating to watch. Oh, no, I have not. So, along with AEW, so I've watched AEW, and I've also watched NJPW. And NJPW is not something I watch nearly enough. But the last NJPW real event that I watched, though, was really good. And it was House of Torture versus... Who was it? It was House of Torture versus... I want to say it was Desperado, and I forget who else it was, but it was a fantastic match. And then along with that, I forget if that was the same day or another day, but I was also watching Ring of Honor, and Ring of Honor had one of the most amazing moments that I have ever seen in pro wrestling. That being, I'm trying to make sure I'm making sure I'm not getting these guys mixed up. So, Desperado wrestler are they the NJPW one? Yes, they are. Okay, so they are the one I was thinking of. But the other guy I was looking at was El Bandito. It was El Bandito versus Gresham. I forget the guy's full name, but it's something Gresham. And it was for, the Ring of Honor. It was for some major title. Yeah, El Bandito versus Gresham, and it was for some title. And the entire time, El Bandito's manager is trying to help him out, and El Bandito is not having any of it. He is not having any of it. And eventually, he tells the ref to take his manager out of the ring because he is tired of his manager trying to intervene in his honorable battle against Gresham. Now, this does unfortunately end up costing him the match, but that is something he is honorable. He is an honorable man, and he is going to stick to that even if it means he loses. El Bandito is, in that moment, he was the face of faces, and it was amazing to watch. And then what happened next was even better. What happened next was even better, because after Gresham beat El Bandito, guess who comes into the ring? Guess who comes into the ring to try and punk on him? To try and punk on Gresham? To try and make Gresham bend the knee to him? Guess who comes in? Jay Lethal comes in with his what's his name? What's the name of the guy's manager? What's the name of the guy's agent? Jay Lethal's agent is... Who is his agent? This is bothering me. Who is it? Who is his manager? It is not Truth Martini. Dutz. Sanjay Dutt. Okay, it's not his manager, but he was with him. Like, Sanjay Dutz was with him. And Sanjay Dutt is so Sanjay Dutt and Sanjay Dutt and Jay Lethal come out to try and punk on Gresham. And at first, they're doing pretty good. Well, let me show you what I'm talking about here. Jay Lethal and Gresham. Jay Lethal, Jonathan Gresham. And where is this? This is like really recent, actually, so it might not be available. Might be out on here anymore. Ooh, where is it? It was in Garland. That's where it was. So they were in Garland, Texas, and so Jay Lethal and Sanjay Dutt come out and just start, they start punking on on Jonathan Gresham, and then guess who comes in to help Jonathan Gresham? Guess who comes in to help Jonathan Gresham? Yes, I know it's been derailed. It has been absolutely derailed. But so guess who comes in to help Jonathan Gresham? Because that part in particular was what really sold this. What really sold it. What really sold this entire thing for me. I'll tell you, no, it was not Bandito. Bandito was out. Bandito was out of it. But it was almost as good. It was almost as good. Here's a hint. If you know this theme, you'll know who it is. So, Jay Lethal and Sanjay Dutt are punking on Jonathan Gresham. And then Samoa motherfucking Joe comes out to help Jonathan Gresham. And you can just see Jay Lethal is terrified. He is losing his mind when Samoa Joe comes out. And it is one of the best moments I have ever seen in professional wrestling. It is an absolutely marvelous moment. But anyways, oh yes, also, but along with wrestling, the original reason I wanted to talk about this is because there is a technique that, if you're familiar with professional wrestling, you're probably familiar with this as well, called blading. And so what they'll do is they'll have a razor blade or some other sharp object like a scalpel, and they'll have that stuck in like their wristband or in the waistband of their trunks or somewhere else. And what they'll do to make the shot make their injuries more dramatic is they will take their razor blade and then swipe it along their foreheads or the side of their temple or something like that, where there's a lot of little blood vessels and sweat, an area where you sweat a lot. And the result is the blood and the sweat all mixes down and they get covered in the shit. It is absolutely incredible. Like the effect is absolutely incredible. But when you consider that your average wrestling ring is filthy. It is absolutely filthy. It's also one of those things where I can understand why the practice has gone out of favor, especially with the risk of newer, like with really nasty infections like hepatitis or like hepatitis that might be an issue. It is, it looks really cool, but there's also some very real risk involved there. So I can understand why a lot of wrestlers don't do it anymore. And even to the point where, as much as I have issues with WWE, I understand why they don't really allow blading anymore, because it is a risky thing to do. Sure, the blood vessels you're cutting are very small and generally not that big of a deal. But if something gets into that cut, you're in for a world of hurt. You're in for a world of hurt. Ooh, but tangent over back to watching just how fast this man ruins this officer's day with a knife.
Pull a knife attacker. They usually say, "I'd shoot him," forgetting that they
watch this.
time to in reality.
And boom, he goes for the gun, falls up, runs back, can't get it out in time. He's already dead.
What really happens when officers assume they can automatically use deadly force against a knifer. They stand their ground and try to draw. Or try to draw and disengage simultaneously. Or even worse, try to draw, fall down, and shoot. And they lose.
Every single one of these cases, they lose.
Against the officer.
They get absolutely destroyed in every single one of these instances. Watch this.
It's impossible for you to read.
So this is a visual demonstration of the tooler drill right here. Watch how they increase the distance progressively increase the distance that the guy with the knife has to cross before, and watch the officer try and draw their weapon in the process.
Quickly enough to even touch your holstered sidearm once the attack begins.
And boom, done. Stabbed.
At
dead.
About 5 feet, the average officer can't even get his sidearm unholstered.
Boom, dead.
Unless your sidearm or baton is already out, you'll have to rely on physical control at 5 feet or less.
Goes for the knife. Empty hand techniques. At this distance, that is what you have to rely on. You can't draw a gun in the time necessary, in the time that somebody with a knife can cross that distance. Worse still, something else that this doesn't cover, it covers a bit later, but it doesn't cover here, is that in many cases, when you're being attacked by somebody that has a knife, you don't even get to choose whether or not you get cut. Your only choice is where you get cut and how you get cut. Yeah, no, you don't have time to input. You don't have time. You don't have the time. So a lot of the times at these distances, it's not a case of stopping yourself from getting cut at all. It's changing where you get cut and how you get cut, so that instead of killing you, it's just an injury. And then you have to work through that injury to stop the person trying to kill you.
At about 10 feet, you might get your sidearm out, but you probably won't get a shot off.
Watch this. Draws it, loses.
A suspect
gun
with
goes
a
flying.
knife can close 7 paces and deliver deadly force in less than 1 1/2 seconds.
Remember that number, 1 1/2 seconds. And on that subject, I'd also like to say that there's another game I'm very fond of recently called Ready or Not. And Ready or Not has introduced knife-wielding suspects, and they are terrifying, because you might come around that corner not expecting there to be anything, or worse, you hear the suspect, but you come around that corner, they charge, you lose, even when your weapon is held at the ready. It is absolutely scaring. It is absolutely scary. Especially, or even worse, it's not you that's being attacked by a knife, but you've got one of your buddy's helmet cameras up in the corner of the screen, and the next thing you know, you just see them get knocked, you just see them get absolutely rocked by a suspect with a knife. Whoever is responsible for adding that to the game, I salute that motherfucker, because that shit is a horror game. That is a horror game. That becomes a horror game when you have to deal with somebody around the corner that has a knife. Or worse, they have a gun, they drop the gun, you think they're going to cooperate and let you arrest them, and then they pull out a knife when you come over to handcuff them. Now that is scary. That is absolutely terrifying to experience.
For the average officer to deliver 2 rounds against an attacker who starts moving at 10 feet, the sidearm must already be drawn and ready to shoot.
Also, notice how even as he has the weapon drawn, he also has to move out of the way in order to make sure that he doesn't get hit by the guy with a knife. So he has to do something very difficult here. Let's just rewatch that real quickly. What he's doing here is actually a lot more difficult than it looks. He has the weapon drawn and he has it aimed in the vague direction of his attacker, but he's not looking down the sights. He's not doing any of that. And he has to engage a moving target while he is moving. That is an incredibly difficult thing to do, especially under stress.
Sidearm must already be drawn and ready to shoot.
Like, that is an incredibly difficult thing to do. So even in that situation where he has the weapon drawn, he has to make an incredibly difficult shot. And it's even worse because you notice he's also using a revolver, which means on top of all that, the shot is even more difficult. Yeah, no, imagine doing that in real life. Absolutely. Absolutely imagine doing that in real life. It is an absolute nightmare to even attempt that.
At about 15 feet, your chances get a little better if you're alert, anticipate danger, and are skilled with your equipment.
Oh my god, he got one shot off, but the other guy still rocked him. The other guy still absolutely rocked him with the knife.
To be on your sidearm when the attack begins.
And again, moving away from the target and moving
Tests
sideways.
with hundreds of officers reveal that in most cases, a minimum reactionary gap of 21 feet is required to react and deliver at least 2 rounds and to have enough time to move out of the attacker's path.
Again, so what they said there, minimum. That is the minimum. Now, the thing about the Tooler drill is it is making a couple of assumptions. The key one being that you are facing the attacker on flat ground. So just because somebody is closer than 21 feet away from you does not necessarily mean that you're safe. They might be downhill from you, in which case they can move faster. Or they might be close, or what might happen is you might not be able to establish that 21-foot distance, but if you can put something between yourself and your attacker, that creates artificial distance and still gives you that reactionary gap. And those are two of the important nuances that have been kind of lost by people who overly focus on this whole idea of the 21-foot rule, because it's a little bit more complicated than that. You have to, like I said, so you have to be aware of obstacles that you can put between yourself and a potential attacker. Yeah, no, this is absolutely what it is, Kurt. This is absolutely what it is. It is the fact that it only takes them, this person crosses this distance in seconds. You can cross that distance and kill somebody in seconds. And a lot of body armor is not effective against knives, because either it doesn't cover areas that you can be killed with a knife, or the way that the body armor is made up is not resistant to knives. There are specialty stab vests that certain police departments use when they suspect that they're going up against an assailant, that when they suspect that an offender is armed with a knife. It is different. It is a different construction than your standard body armor. It won't stop bullets, but in many cases, the body armor meant to stop bullets, unless it's one of the more modern types that has plates in it or something, or a specialty dense weave to its fabric, won't stop a knife. It will stop a bullet, but it won't stop a knife. So you have to design and manufacture body armor differently to deal with a knife than you do to deal with a bullet.
And in certain other situations, you'll need more distance.
Oh no. Watch this, watch this. Watch this knife. Watch what this thing does.
40 feet. Blowguns,
and this isn't even the worst one. Watch this stuff.
Feet.
Ooh. Just launch the knife. Launches the knife at him.
There is no problem here. Well, you can go. Nobody called. Let me see your hands. Hey, just.
Oh
just
no! Oh no! Oh no!
See your hands and step from the porch.
With this, the offender can control at least 150 feet.
Oh! By the way, it's edited out. Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I Actually, no, I don't remember that episode. I don't remember that episode, partner. But that episode sounds amazing, and I'm gonna have to go find that now. Thank you for giving me something else to go look at. But anyways, also what I was gonna say is, so it's edited out of this, and you might be thinking, oh, how ridiculous! How ridiculous is this? The guy's gonna use a crossbow. There is an autopsy photo of an officer with a crossbow bolt through his chest. This is not a joke. This actually happened.
With this, an offender can control at least 150 feet.
Ooh.
The rule remains.
Yeah, no, partner. Yeah, no, a crossbow is absolutely deadly.
Is your best defense unless adequate cover.
Oh no,
is
it's this
available.
shot again. Yep, get in the
Once you
car
see the attack,
and leave.
create a
Bye.
reactionary gap by enforcing
Yeah, I'm
voice
not dealing with
commands
this.
or by
Goodbye.
using the unexpected.
Goodbye.
Or consider
I'm leaving.
Full-scale disengagement. If he's
I love how he just throws it, by the way. Look how he's just like, he's like,
consider
ah,
full-scale
damn it.
disengagement.
He just he just
He's
swings the
charging. You're
machete
on foot.
frustrated.
Sidestepping unexpectedly will force him to
This is another thing, like, you see how she's using the fence here. She's using the fence here as a sort of artificial distance, where because she sidesteps past the fence, the guy who's charging at her now has to move around the fence to actually reach her.
slow down.
And that's what gives her the time to deal with it.
When you can control the
Oh,
reactionary gap,
damn it,
you
Kurt.
create time
Damn it,
by
Kurt.
Creating distance. Time to compute your force options, and time to communicate with the
That's another thing that's really important, and another thing that's been lost. And I'm really glad this tape actually makes a reference to it. You notice how it said time to compute your force option? Now that is something, that is a very important part of this, and that is a very important part of reason why, distance, what this is establishing here is, like, you know, controlling distance is very important. It's not just to stop the person who's charging at you with a knife. Distance gives you time to think. Distance gives you time to think about what you're doing. And this is not just useful if you're a police officer. This is useful to an ordinary person as well. This is, you know, if you see a suspicious person, don't walk up to them immediately. Instead, if there's no time to call police, or anything like that, shout, get their attention. Make sure you're behind cover. You know, don't walk up to them. Control the distance between you and that suspicious person. That way, depending on what's going on there, you don't walk into a potentially deadly situation.
potential attacker.
Here's my license. Why don't you come get it? Drop the knife. Fuck you. I said, drop the knife. Oh, okay, just kidding. Sorry. Now back away. Turn away from me.
When you can communicate, try to deliver your commands from behind cover and listen for cues to the suspect's psychology.
Officer, he's the one that stole the meat.
Hold it. Get away from the truck. What do you got under your coat?
Some meat, man.
Put the meat on the truck. Step away from the truck towards me.
Yeah, he
Wanna need
stole
some
it. He
identification.
stole it.
Here's your ID right here.
Oh no, he's trying it. He's trying it.
Back up now with a nice black nail. Tate's Food, 27 and National.
He's trying it.
Throw down the knife.
Hey, man, I ain't throwing this knife down. This is special to me, man.
Throw down the knife.
Nah, this knife cost me a bunch of money, man. $350. It's a Vietnam commemorative knife.
All right, then just place the knife down slowly. It won't get scratched. Slowly place the knife down.
All right, I'll do that. I'll mess up my knife.
Yeah, it's not like you're gonna be able to keep the knife after this.
Step away from the
The
knife.
Vietnam knife +3. Okay, I have to stop right there. Yes, the +3 knife of Vietnam commemoration. God damn it, Kurt. Yes, the +3 knife of Vietnam commemoration. Oh, that's amazing.
Turn around.
That's
with your arms
amazing.
Extended up.
That's absolutely
Bend
amazing.
over and extend them back. Stay like that and don't move.
Driver, exit your vehicle with your keys and step to the front of my squad car. Do it now.
Sometimes you can use a barrier as a precaution when communicating, even though no edged weapon is visible. On a vehicle stop, where your assessment tells you not to approach, you can position the violator so your patrol car will hamper an attack.
Do you have a driver's license? Can I see it, please?
You can still see his vehicle and maintain good balance while he stretches across with the license.
No, I'm from out of town. I'm just here visiting.
Your partner can monitor the passenger side.
And don't touch me. I'm so sick of
Again, here we go with the absolutely magical Wisconsin accents. Listen to this woman. Listen to this woman.
Anytime an edged weapon is visible, take advantage of your immediate surroundings. Walls, pillars, or other obstacles that can strengthen your reactionary gatherings. Anytime.
Just listen to this. Listen to this accent.
touch me. I'm so sick of your shit.
Anytime
And don't touch me. I'm so sick of your shit.
an edged weapon is visible, take advantage of your
Amazing.
immediate
That is
surroundings.
amazing.
Walls, pillars, or other
Oh, it's
obstacles
beautiful.
that can
It's
strengthen your
absolutely
reactionary
beautiful.
gatherings.
Lady,
Lady.
drop the knife.
Got the knife.
Drop it right now. I said to drop it if you have a problem.
Watch what
with
happens when he
I'll let you
moves
move
past.
over that
Watch
way.
what happens when he tells her to go past the thing. She's like, fuck it.
All right, put that knife
No, I
down.
put
If
nothing
you have
down.
a problem, we will talk about it. Put the knife down now.
It's like she's upset. She's upset that she didn't get to stab a cop today. Wait, what? Wait, what? What was he doing? Hold on. Let me watch that actually. Let me watch that. Because I didn't pick up on that. I didn't pick up. Oh my god, he is! He's like.
Anytime an edged weapon is visible, take advantage of your immediate surroundings.
That is amazing. I did not pick up on that actually. Thanks for pointing that out.
If you have a problem, we will talk about it. Put the knife
Oh my god, he really is acting like a velociraptor. But also, again, like, look at how she just throws the knife like she's upset. She's upset that she didn't get to stab somebody today. And she's like disappointed. It's like, yeah, fuck it. Oh no. Oh no, this one's gonna be even better. This one's even better because wait until you see what happens next. Wait until you see this guy. Wait until you see this guy. This guy is magical.
I'm set up in the southeast corner.
When moving in for an arrest, be tactical in closing the reactionary gap. Remember that in half of all officer fatalities, the death weapon was concealed prior to assault.
Here comes the guy. And look at his getaway vehicle. Look at his getaway vehicle. It is a bright orange Porsche 911, a whale tail turbo, no less. This guy had some plans. This is some shit straight out of a movie. Look
A
at it.
sharp offender is going to be
come on.
for you to make a tactical error.
But it's like the other thing is like not just is it a bright orange or like bright red Porsche 911 turbo, it has orange wheels too. It has orange wheels. Like, come on. Did you really think this was a good idea to make your getaway from a jewelry theft in a bright orange Porsche that's going to stick out like a sore thumb?
Whatever your arrest technique, assume that any
it's
suspect
straight out of a
could have
movie.
weapons and try to use them at any time.
around real slowly. Start turning.
Set him up for handcuffing that's free of palmed weapons.
Keep going. Keep turning.
So there's another scene in this that is I don't know why it's not shown here, and that's a shame. But it shows this guy practicing with his knives. It shows this guy studying the blade. And he's got like a knife in each hand, and he's like dancing around with them, like practicing how he's gonna stab people with them and everything. He is actually studying the blade, and it is amazing.
Stop.
Like, let me just see if I can pull it up for you. Let me pull up. Like, there's actually a quick shot of it in this version of the video that shows exactly what I'm talking about. Like, here we go. Watch this. By the way, this is why I associate this video with this song. Watch this dude. Watch this dude with his knives. And he's like, yeah, right there. He's got one in the he's got one in each hand, and he's just he's just like dancing around with them, studying the blade. It is amazing. Oh, there goes that shot again. Make sure. We don't want to see that part. We don't want to see that part. Run away, run away, run away, run away. Stop right there. But that is just that is showing what I'm talking about. You see this guy actually like study the blade, and it's the most amazing shots.
Now I want you to start walking backwards towards me, real slowly.
Oh
Thorough
boy.
Searching after handcuffing is crucial.
This is what happens when you let your kids watch it. Yeah, no. This is what happens when you let your kids watch anime. They rob a jewelry store in a bright red 9 and a bright orange Porsche. Absolutely, that's what they do. That is absolutely what they do, Kurt. You're absolutely right. That is number one. That is 100% what happens. I have personally robbed 5 jewelry stores with my bright orange Porsche 911, and they still haven't caught me yet.
While you're handcuffing, keep his hands lifted away from his waist and maintain control of them while you search.
Yep. Cuff him. That.
Remove
Perfect.
any hat and visually
Perfect.
inspect his hair without touching it. Then start at the collar and move down.
Pull his jacket
Touch
down.
lightly, then pinch and crimp clothing to best prevent being punctured or cut by sharp objects.
Skirt, jacket off. Knife.
I got a knife.
If you do find something,
Just watch how many
acknowledge it
knives
to be
this
sure
guy
your
has on
partner
him.
is aware
I think he's
that
got
the
like
danger
3 or
level has
4.
just gone up.
This guy's got like 3 or 4 knives on him. It's amazing. I think it's like 3 or 4. It might just be 2, but I remember there's like 3 or 4 knives this guy's got on him. Oh.
Remember,
Look at him, he's like,
edged weapons can be hidden in seams as well as pockets.
He looks so grumpy. It's like, yeah, I know. On one hand, yeah, you've been
Pull down
busted,
any
but
jacket
still,
to help
damn.
restrain his arms. Then recheck his upper body to search his inner clothing. Undo his belt to make searching his waistband easier, and check the belt and buckle for concealed weapons.
Yay, a belt, nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. Here comes knife number 2, coming up soon. Here we go. And where's he gonna pull it out? Where's he gonna pull it out? Where's he gonna pull it out? Ooh. No, no, no. No, no, no. By the way, since I mentioned the bright red Porsche, I'm actually just gonna go off on another tangent real quickly here. So there is this movie, Baby Driver, that's fantastic. It's about a guy who's like a getaway driver. And one of the best parts of the initial chase sequence in that movie is, so they start out in this bright red Subaru WRX, but where you see them go is they're not sticking with that car. Once they know that car has been spotted and they're being chased with it, no, Kurt, it would not be better, because if it was an actual baby driving, they wouldn't get anywhere. Nothing would happen. It would be the silliest shit in the world, sure, but unless you're talking about making it some kind of animated movie, that just doesn't work. That is too ridiculous. What was I saying? Oh yeah, but so when they started this bright red Subaru WRX, but one of Oh, no. Oh, no. Now you're bringing back trauma. Kurt, because you're reminding me of... So, there is a particularly infamous CGI baby that some of you might know about. Oh, I'm going to have to post this. I'm going to post this now, just because of how fucking awful this is. This is an awful, awful, awful CGI baby that, whether or not, if you don't know about it, you don't know about it. If you do know about it, you'll know. No, it's not that one. It's not that one. It's this one. It's from the Twilight movies. It's the Twilight CGI baby. Look at this thing. It is something out of a nightmare. It is something out of a nightmare. But this is the CGI baby from Twilight. Like, Twilight was already. Baby Obi-Wan. God damn it. I didn't think about that, but I can see it now. I can actually see it now, and I hate it. But no, the worst part is just like, it looks flat. It looks flat. Like, it's like 2D. It's like a 2D face projected onto a 3D head. It's like you could do this. Watch. Let me do something real quickly here. and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Where do we go? We go here. Here, we open this. Watch what we're about to do to this baby, and you'll understand what I'm talking about. You'll understand exactly what I'm talking about. Just watch what I'm about to do. You'll see what I'm done. You'll see when I'm done. Gonna take way too long. Increase the size. Not that big. More than that. There we go. No. Yeah, like that. Like that. He has no style. He has no face. This baby has no face. He 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 has no face. Okay, there we go. Now, let me just pull this up for you just to show you what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Look at this. It fits. Even this crappy application of the clone tool, you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Let me just smudge it up a bit so it's even more obvious just how bad the CGI face on this baby is. Because it is terrible. It is absolutely horrendous. I would just use the smudge tool to make it more fitting. This baby has no face. This baby has no face. Baby has no face. Why does this baby have no face? Why does this baby have no face? All I want to know is why the hell does this baby have no face? It's so... There is no bodies in the lake. There are no bodies in the lake. There are no man-made horrors beyond my comprehension. But yes, there are. Yes, there are. Yes, there are, my friend. Absolutely are. Pull that up like that. No, it's the other one. No, it. What are you doing, OBS? What are you doing, OBS? Why are you doing this to me now? Because okay, so now for some reason OBS is not working. Come on, OBS, what are you doing? Stop it. Please stop it. I just want to go back to showing. No, not that one. Then we do that, then we do that. That creates a new window. No. Yay. Okay, now it's just being stupid, but I got it working again.
Some suspects
there we go.
booby-trap their clothing with
Yeah, the Twilight baby is cursing us. This baby has no face, and it's going to make it everyone else's problem.
Or pen over hard-to-see areas first.
Oh. There goes the other. No, that's a wallet. Never mind. It's not a knife. Where's the other knife at? I know he's got at least one other knife on him. Where is it? Oh, now he's going into the. Now he's going to the waistband. I think he's gonna find it.
Limb, be sure you search all
oh no! Is it in the legs?
Push up clothing when
So,
possible.
because I know this guy. So he found the knife in the guy's jacket, but I know that he has at least. There it is. There it is. There's the other knife. Just look how many knives this guy has on him. He's got the one in his jacket. He's got one tied to his boot. He's got one. I think he's got at least one other. I'm pretty certain he's got at least one other knife on him. Let's see. Let's see what he's got. Nothing there. Nothing there. Pull up the pant leg. Nothing there.
Before transport, consider the option of removing and searching suspect shoes, especially boots and socks.
Also, look at the glasses on that officer. Look at the glasses on that cop. Look at the glasses on that cop. Look at those.
Shoes,
Look at
especially
those.
boots and socks.
God damn it, Kurt. God damn it.
Wallets and
But
purses can
you're
easily
right.
conceal
You're
edged
right.
weapons as
It could
well.
be a knife.
If you find
It could
one
be a
weapon,
knife.
Keep searching.
This man is made of
People who like
knives.
edged
Oh my
weapons
God. Look how many
often
knives
like
that guy
lots
had
of
on
them.
him. Look how
This
many
is a good
knives.
point to remember.
Look how many
Weapons.
knives that guy had on him.
If you
Look at
find
this.
one weapon, keep
Look at all of these things. All of these are things this guy had on him. So he's got the butterfly knife. He's got whatever the hell this thing is. These are probably all razor blades.
searching. People who like edged weapons often like lots of them. This is a good point to remember when asking a
Oh,
subject
yeah,
for
no, you're
ID,
not wrong.
as well as when
Oh.
you're searching.
Oh.
What's
Wallet.
the most dangerous weapon? The one
one-
you don't see.
Watch this, watch this, watch this, watch
Got a
this.
blade here.
Yep, razor blade hidden in the wallet.
Get out, Biggie. Where we going, man?
As you
No, partner, it's not, because you see, my pocket is a knife.
escort the suspect, maintain physical control to defeat any hostile move.
I am the knife. I mean, look at me. Look at me. I am the knife. I am the knife. Look at me.
His resistance mounts. Slip your hand behind his
Oh,
arm.
what's he
and
doing? What's
bend
he
his
doing?
wrist.
Yes.
Great enough, man.
Yes, Dusk understands it perfectly. Dusk understands this perfectly. I am the knife.
Hook his shoulder near the neck with your other hand to pull him toward you, off balance, and exert enough pressure on his wrists to bring him up on his toes. This procedure will minimize his chances of disarming you and escaping.
Hey, go nowhere.
Sometimes the arrest process isn't so simple.
Hi, you called?
Yes, sir. I'm the manager. There's a woman getting raped in apartment 24 right now. This is a passkey. I don't want to get involved in it. There's a couple of doors.
Wow. Wow. Just calmly like that. Calmly announce that a woman is getting raped. Oh. Oh.
Right hand side. Room
Like you just see
24.
this every day.
Okay,
That's
we'll check it. I'll let you know what happens.
Thanks, sir.
that's concerning. That is concerning. That is very concerning. Like, is it just calmly announcing it like that? That's worrying.
Hello, police.
Of course, you want to preclude or eliminate the possibility of using
Oh,
some
boy.
lower level of force. You want to be
Oh
certain of your
boy,
target
here we
identification
go.
and try to achieve target isolation so no third parties are needlessly endangered.
Holy.
Here.
Hello? Lady? Lady, are you okay? What's going on in here?
Oh my god, the Iron Maiden poster. Did you see that? Wait, no. Yeah, that's an Iron Maiden poster. The Iron Maiden poster on the wall. Oh my god. This is peak satanic panic. Good lord.
What's going on in here?
Oh, that's amazing.
Lady?
Oh, that is perfect. That is absolutely perfect.
Lady?
That is absolutely perfect. Yeah, the trooper, right?
Rick, she's
The-
got a knife.
oh shit, that's a ritual dagger there. Oh, she's charging. Is she charging? Oh, ooh. And oh no, the candles. Oh no. Oh, but it's about to get even worse. Oh no, the dog!
How many edged weapons do you see
You
now?
see now. Oh no, the dog is a knife. Oh, this is a magical scene right here. This is a magical scene. Watch what happens here. Yeah, you got this woman in like a prom dress. You know, like the dress. You got the bar. You know, bar is going on. You guys talking around the bar. Wait until you see what they're doing, though. Yeah, just right there, out of the open, just. Ain't this the bar from the police academy? You just see them right there in the open, passing around the cocaine.
How's it going?
Oh.
Hey, Pedro, how's it going?
Yeah, everybody come by after the Packers game. We'll weigh out the cocaine. We'll weigh out the cocaine. Oh, that's amazing.
Hello, officers. How are you?
All right, how about yourself?
Fine.
Good, good.
Say we go upstairs and
They're
party
still
a little.
doing it too. They're still passing around the money and the cocaine. And just watch this guy start blasting. Watch these guys start blasting away. Some shit out of blood debts or low blow.
Drop the gun!
Oh no. It's just they just start blasting.
Gun!
Boom, boom.
Watch out, he's got a knife! Stop!
Like,
I said stop!
what does this do? What does this scene even do? What does this scene even achieve? It's not.
Leave the gun alone! Put your hands up where I can see him now!
What does this scene even do?
I've been hit! Squad 44.
Wait,
44, assist, officer down, shots fired. 625 South 6.
10-4, Squad 44. All units, assist officers, shots fired, 625 South 6th Street.
Squad 40.
Got a knife.
and now
If
we're back to
blood
this
or
scene again.
fingerprints are not considerations.
Now
A
this,
knife
okay,
in
like
a
this,
sheath
like
can
this,
be
this is relevant. This is relevant. They're searching a guy for knives and all that. But what did that scene before this even? What? Why was this even here? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, you see them in this bar, just, they're sorting the cocaine, they're weighing it out, and then the cops come in and they just start blasting away. Like, there's nothing in that scene. I guess Dusk, but it's like, nothing. That scene says nothing. Yeah, no, that's what it is. That's absolutely what it is, Kurt. It's fan service.
your gun
It's
belt.
absolute pure fan service.
A blade can be stuck between cartridge holders and your Sam Brown, leaving your hands free.
421 dispatch.
Oh no.
421 ETA to the mental health center is approximately 1 minute.
Oh no. This scene. Oh, this one's gold. This one is
421 dispatch,
freaky.
1023 mental health center.
Although your gun is usually your best defense against...
So, before you heard them mention the term EDP. Now, EDP, in the context of this tape, means emotionally disturbed person. Basically, somebody with a mental illness. And the reason they're talking about this is because many times these people can become violent unexpectedly. But watch what this guy does.
Edged weapon. Some
Watch what this guy
circumstances
does.
may require other options.
Watch this man. Yeah, no, he's just sitting there cutting himself with a piece of glass.
A baton is an
Watch
alternative
what
many
this
officers have
man
used successfully.
does.
But understand its limitations with edged weapons.
Ted, put the glass down, Ted. Ted, can you hear me? Ted, put the glass down, Ted. Just put it down.
It's funny you mentioned that, Kurt, because in the actual tape, they cut this part out, sadly, but they actually, what they actually say? It's like, EDPs can quickly become the ultimate knife-wielding psycho. So yeah, no, this guy is on some problems. I'm not even gonna try and say
The
otherwise.
attacker is not experienced with edged weapons. When the
You got the
action
one
is
guy with the
moving
baton,
slowly,
you got the other two.
when you're not imminently threatened, and when you have enough backup, including at least one cover officer with gun ready.
Ted, put the glass down.
Watch what he does with the glass.
Ted, put the glass down, Ted.
Take another step and you're dead. If I don't kill you, I'm gonna kill myself.
Watch what he does. Watch what he does. Watch what he does. He cuts off his own pinky with the glass. That is, and he throws it at them. He cuts off his own pinky, Yakuza style, and then he throws it at them. Oh!
Come on, you two. Come on, you two. Come on. Come on, you two. Come on.
Oh, perfect.
The baton is not a distractor. Use it.
So one of the things that this is actually covering is something that's somewhat relevant in a real situation like that. And one of the best ways I've seen this done is one of the best demonstrations of this is in games like Ready or Not that simulate these sorts of engagements. Because one of the other things you're going to want to do if you have somebody with, say, pepper spray, a beanbag shotgun, or anything that's less lethal, is even though they're going in first, you have another person, you have somebody else with a rifle, a submachine gun, you have lethal coverage. So that just in case the beanbags don't work, and the person is not subdued, and they continue to attack, they can be that assailant, that threat can be neutralized, and that's something that is very important to keep in mind.
To neutralize his delivery system.
Watch this. Watch the door. Watch this door.
Please.
No, this is the Highlander. He's just swinging. He's just swinging the knife through the door, through the window. This is magical. It is absolutely magical. I love it.
Back and get your gun out.
Ooh.
When you can't create or maintain distance, or you have no other choice, you may have to know effective unarmed defense as a last resort. But be aware of extensive misinformation on this subject.
Now we're kind of getting away from the real funny ones. These are all still reenactions. Some of them are pretty good, but we're past the peak. Like this whole tape really peaks with the guy who has the oh no.
Sometimes trainers claim fist fighting works, but usually it doesn't.
Yep.
Because it doesn't stabilize the weapon.
Oof, indeed.
Remember classic techniques like the X block? This just wastes time and gives him an easy target by keeping you in line with the motion of his weapon.
Ooh, through the oh, that just looks awful. And also, it reminds me of a video I saw recently. I just want to show you because this guy had a very close call. And is somewhat relevant to my previous discussions on how safety rules are written in blood. Open link. I just want to show you this because this guy got incredibly lucky. This guy got unbelievably, incredibly lucky. And I'm pretty sure he knows that. He is reminded of that every single day. That he has, that he's around, he's out there. You know what? Let me just do it this way. This is the easiest way to do it. Go here, go there. Watch this. Have a look at this. This guy didn't get hurt at all, but holy shit, look how close it came. It cost him a watch. That could have cost him a hand or worse. And yeah, no. That is exactly right, Kurt. Safety rules safety only happens after somebody loses a coin toss. And that's just a perfect example of it. That is a perfect example of that idea right there. Because you just saw that guy almost had a very, very bad day.
Anything valuable is an obstacle. Most unarmed defenses require that you be standing up to be successful.
You saw how that knife was coming down. That's the reason that just reminded me of that, because you could see that can hit several major arteries, and once again, that happens, you bleed out in minutes. You will bleed out in minutes and be dead.
In reality, you may be running, already down on the ground, or getting out of your patrol car.
Ooh.
Unless your moves allow you to immediately control or defeat the blade from any position, you'll continue to be vulnerable to tactics like multiple strikes. A more effective technique when you're
Oh?
moving and behind the suspect is a rapid takedown without letting him stop and turn. Here, the officer grabs the suspect's wrist and elbow in an escort grip.
Oh, yep, that'll do
Then
it.
the
That'll
suspect
do
is
it.
stunned against the ground with a
Oh, no. I have not seen that Best of the Worst episode in particular, Kurt, but we have in the past watched videos from the United States Chemical Safety Board that shows that show how so many terrible industrial accidents happened. And again, yeah, it is a very, very unpleasant reminder that once again, safety rules are written in blood.
forceful armbar.
Throw the knife away! Throw it out! Put your arms out to your side!
Even though the officer was not initially aware of the knife threat, good physical tactics kept him safe.
Let me see your hands. Knife! Drop the knife!
One tactical
Oh my god, you see that little shuffle he did? You see that little shuffle he did? Look at this shit. Getting jiggy with it.
One tactical option for close-up
That is
self-defense
amazing.
is to
That is an
forcefully sweep and
amazing little
shove the
dance.
attacker's
Like
knife
getting
arm
jiggy with
away
it.
to deflect his attack. Then
Watch, here comes
quickly
again. Here
move
comes again.
forward to
Throw
expand
him
your
around.
reactionary gap.
Drops the knife.
This is called
It's
sweep
stable.
and disengage.
We dance it. Oh, we dance it. Oh wait, it's a gun. Yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely, right there. Watch this. This one's also amazing. This one's also like incredible. Like all of these are incredible, but this one is like a particularly crazy one. Just watch where this knife is. Watch where this knife is.
Sir, I'm stopping you for a speeding violation. I need to see your driver's license. Do you have one with you?
Oh, in the gas cap. Ah, good God.
Drop the knife! Sir, don't move. Put your hands. Don't move. Put your hands up.
And this is, remember something I said before, how sometimes you cannot prevent yourself from getting cut and you can only control where and how you get cut. This is actually right there. They're about to talk about this. And this is exactly what I was saying
To
earlier.
the side. Put them out to the side. Put your palms up. Don't move. Stay right there.
Empty hand control should be a last resort. Often you can avoid this completely by improving your approach tactics. Like ordering this offender away from his bike before you walk up. In some cases, two officers can apply the gun principle. One secures the offender's wrist and hand. The other delivers multiple blows to his forearm to create dysfunction. If you press your thumb into the mound on top of your forearm, you'll find a nerve center that causes weakness in your hand. That's ideally the spot you want to hit on the suspect.
Yep. No, that's actually like absolutely the case here. You hit somebody, there's a spot on your forearm. And if you hit somebody there, they can lose their grip because that nerve is super exposed.
Look at a live one.
Hello, lady.
Hi there.
Hello. Get some spare change if you get some spare time.
Is that it?
Spare change.
Oh,
What do you think this is, huh? Well, we don't take any spare change.
What's
What do
your
you,
name?
well, let's see what you
Hey,
got in
pal.
your
They call me
Right.
Hey, buddy. Buddy, hit the road here, huh? Why don't you hit the road? Move down
Why don't you
the
hit the road?
Down the street. Down the
Again,
street.
I just love the accents in this whole thing. Like these are like the most Wisconsin accents that I've ever heard, and it's amazing.
I told you girls I didn't want you working my street.
And I told you to get the fuck out of here.
A variation of the gun principle is
Ooh, no.
possible when you
Oh,
can
no.
stun the assailant's hand against a solid surface.
Here comes the knife, and boom, against the wall.
Oh,
Left hand behind your
you
ear.
hurt
okay,
me.
you hurt me.
You had a knife. You pulled a knife, and you were going to stab him. Don't be upset because he made you drop it.
You asshole.
You're under arrest.
Oh, so
God.
Left
Like
hand
they're-
behind your back.
Like there are just some moments where I see these things. It's like these people are being dumb. These people are being legitimately
At
dumb.
any time during an edged weapon assault, accept the fact that you may get
Even if that's the case, it's one thing when you're doing that. When you're out on the you are working. It's another thing when you pull a knife on somebody or a weapon of any type. It's another thing when you threaten someone with a weapon. Even if, like, regardless of the rest of the situation, you have just changed the situation from being simply just a conflict of interest to being you are now threatening somebody with force. You're basically threatening somebody that you might kill them.
Cut.
And that kind of escalation
Pain.
has consequences.
But if you're prepared for this injury, you can surprise your enemy by not losing your cool when he expects you to do so.
Yeah, also, oh damn, AK with the bayonet.
Remember that knife wounds
AK with the bayonet. Damn, where'd that come from?
Of bullet wounds. Unless the edged weapon has pierced a vital organ, it's quite possible to remain functional.
Oh,
a lot of blood doesn't necessarily mean a lot of serious injury. Once the suspect has fled or is neutralized,
absolutely.
Visually inspect yourself. You may have wounds you don't feel. Control bleeding by using direct, constant pressure over the wound. Use your palm or other available object. This will help stop the flow of blood to permit clotting.
Hacking the wound, blocking it with pressure.
Consciously make your breathing slow, deep.
This is also something that I've had this discussion with other people. It's if you want to be prepared for any like a bad situation, you know what is far more valuable than carrying a weapon? You know what is far more valuable in any sort of situation you might realistically find yourself in than carrying a weapon? It's having some degree of medical skill. You don't have to be like a full-on paramedic or EMT or anything like that, but being able to stop somebody's bleeding and keep them alive until the EMTs get there is much more valuable than you might.
This will lessen your adrenaline rush, slow down your rate of bleeding, and delay the onset of shock.
6-3 dispatcher.
Oh.
When a leg or arm is injured,
oh god, I love that scene. I love that scene, actually. I absolutely adore that scene, Kurt, where the guy's like, yeah, I'm a healer, but he's got the gun.
Over the suspect and keep direct pressure on your injury.
That is a fantastic scene. I will not lie. I will not lie at all. That is a fantastic scene. I forget exactly what it's from,
your airway.
But it is an amazing
Tilt
scene.
Your head back slightly and keep your chin up to hyperextend your neck.
Watch what this guy does. Watch what this guy does
keep
next.
Your airway open
So this is kind of a ghetto way of doing it,
if a lung
but this
has
is
been punctured, there's risk of it collapsing unless the wound is sealed.
Ooh, yeah, no. So that right there.
Press
Watch what he
your hand
does.
Or a piece of airtight material directly over the wound.
Watch what he does. He pulls this thing over, and what he's doing here, and this is something that a lot of first aid kits will have nowadays, is what's called a chest seal. And what a chest seal is like I said, remember how they said like if a lung's been punctured, that can lead to what's called a sucking chest wound, which is where blood starts getting sucked into the lung, and that is an extremely dangerous situation because it means that you might end up drowning. So what you can do in that situation is you can put something over it to seal the wound, and that will equalize the pressure, not equalize, but that will keep the air from going through the wound and possibly killing. And that's what he's doing right here.
Case,
this is a very ghetto.
Remove plastic from inside his hat. A credit card can also work. You want to exhale, then cover the wound next to the skin if possible. Try to breathe normally and get help.
Oh, shit!
In this situation, the weapon itself may provide sufficient direct pressure to restrict the flow of blood.
This is another thing, like you're seeing right here. This is also the other thing that's worth remembering. Sometimes don't remove the weapon from the wound. If the weapon might be blocking the wound enough, and if you pull it out, you're just going to make the bleeding worse. This is actually, somewhat practical information to remember in these sorts of situations. Yeah, no, a lot of that's actually a great way of saying it as well, Kurt. That's a great way of saying it. Oh yeah, no, this scene is some shit right here. This is some shit right here. And then after all this, so it's not in this one, but there is one other scene I want to show y'all from this because saddest anime moments. God damn it. Damn it. The worst part is the fly noises. The worst part is absolutely it's not just that you see them there, it's the fly noises. But then look, here's the other guy. Here's the other guy who's still alive.
Lying on a stomach wound lets the weight of your body apply pressure while your hands stay free to control the suspect and update communications.
20R. I'm up on the upper deck. East National by the tracks.
10-4-20R. Ambulance has been sent. All units responding to 20R's location, be advised he is on the upper level near the commuter tracks.
Go for it. Watch this. Watch what he says here. Go for it.
I'm gonna blow,
I'll blow your brains out.
As you continue your deep
Oh,
breathing, commit yourself right now. I will survive.
And so, like I said, there's one other scene I want to show you from this. That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. And it's like this. It's this SWAT officer. But listen to what he says here. Listen to what he says here. This is the absolutely magical moment right here.
Around and punches me in the head. The fight's on. He cuts me. The fight's on.
Fight's
If I'm
on.
shot. The
No,
fight
the
is
fight
on.
is on.
I'm not losing no fight to no scumbag out there and no ghetto. Period. That's it.
There's
No son of a
something
bitch out there is going
absolutely
to get me.
magical about
The only
this
way he
scene.
gets
I don't
me
know
is
what
cut
it
my
is,
head
but it's
off, and I mean
amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Oh, that is amazing. Also, so along with surviving edged weapons, there is something else I would like to show that I showed a little bit of a while back, but something that is another absolutely fantastic piece from the same general time period, and that is modern missiles, a demonstration of how basically it's an old documentary showing off how many of the guided missiles that have become prevalent on the modern battlefield. No, we don't want to do that. I'll leave it like that. Okay. And then we go here. Adjust the cropping a little bit.
The world of missiles ranges from giant ICBMs to slim rockets fired
there we
by
go. Perfect.
supersonic fighters. To the
Look at this. Have a look at these.
small handheld weapons
No,
steered
they
by
do
a
not.
lone-foot
No.
soldier,
Okay, Kurt.
capable of knocking
Kurt. I have some bad news for you. They put swords on a missile. They actually did this. There is a version of the Hellfire missile called the R9X, the AGM-114 R9X, that actually has swords that pop out the sides.
the main battle tank.
It is the most insane shit.
The biggest warships against
It is absolutely magical.
which are really unpiloted bombers.
But look at some of this shit. Look at some of this shit right here. This is coming up.
Missiles are used
Yeah,
by
I know,
the
right?
modernized army.
Let me see if I can pull up an image of it for you. I'm gonna hide the window for a minute while I do this, just for my own sake. So there aren't actually any photos of this, but there are renders showing how it works to give you a rough idea of what it looks like. Let me see if I can find one. Ah, here we are. This one's perfect, actually. So this is what I'm talking about right here. This is exactly what I'm talking about right here. You see how it's like the missiles coming in and then blades. just blades coming out the sides. You come out the sides and like there's no warhead or anything in this. It just cuts you. It's coming after you with swords. And it's the most magical thing and I love it.
Air Force in the world.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, it's a real thing. It's a real thing and I love it.
TOW stands for Tube Launched,
Absolutely
Optically
ridiculous.
Tracked, and Wire Guided Missile.
So
It
watch
is the
this missile.
West's
Watch how
most
this missile
important
works.
Anti-tank missile.
So you can't really see them. But there is actually something very interesting going on with that missile right there. Something that I would like to show actually. Just because it's really hard to see what the missile is actually doing there in that shot. And so we pull up paint and we go here. Because what is going on with that missile exactly? That is the real question. What is that missile doing? Well, this is what it's doing. This right here is what it's doing. This is the launcher. It will be represented by a blue rectangle. What do you mean you're scared? What do you mean you're scared, Kurt? So this is the launcher. It also has little legs that come out through the thing. Come out like that. And just keep it off, up off the ground. This is the launcher, right? And then we have the missile. The missile in this case will be green. because I like green. And I want rectangle, fill, solid color. But what you don't see coming off of the missile and back to the launcher are a pair of very thin wires. So thin that they're extremely hard to see. And what these wires do is very important. So these wires, no, I don't want that. I want just the pencil. These wires are coming back from the missile into the launcher. These wires provide a direct, to go into the thing. Yeah, like that. The wires come out from the missile and go and connect it to the launcher, spooling back until eventually, and continuing and keeping a connection between the missile and the launcher. And what happens is the guy who's operating the launcher, this dude, this little guy right here, look at this guy. Look at this guy. Standing. No, like that. Dude here operating the launcher. And there's his hands, there's his arms, and here's his head. This is the guy operating the launcher. And then this is the sight on the launcher, which will be purple for purposes of represent to show that it's a different part of the launcher. So what happens as the launcher is moving, as the launcher is here and the missile is going out, if the target moves, thank you for that, Kurt. Thank you for that very much. As the missile's coming out for the launcher, if the target moves, we're going to draw a slightly different angle here real quickly. It's going to be very much the same principle though. And it'll show what I'm talking about. So, missile, launcher, missile, sight unit, which is that darker blue color. Here, operator, also green because I say so. Here, and let's say that you have a moving target. What happens here, what would normally happen here, if you just had this and the missile was off on its own, if the target moved, the missile would not be able to track it. The missile would just keep going on here, and the operator would have to do a lot more work to predict his shot to make sure it hits. But instead, because that connection is here with these two little wires, what happens instead is that the operator just has to track the target with the launcher, and the launcher will relay commands to the missile to correct its course to hit the target like that. Really is that simple. Back to the thing now. Now back to the actual video itself. This one, yes.
And there may well be more tows than any other type of missile in the world. Hughes Aircraft has delivered over 400,000, and production is continuing.
Look at that. Look at this Jeep. Look at this Jeep. Look at the aesthetic on this Jeep, by the way. Just look at how aesthetic that is. You got the Jeep, you got the tow launcher, you got an extra missile there. You got two bros in the tow launcher coming up to just wreak some absolute havoc on the Soviet Union. Oh, they got two extra missiles. Yeah, that's the shit right there. Got it on a truck. Put tow on anything. Put it on a helicopter even. Actually, here is a very good demonstration of what happens. A better visual demonstration of what it does. Now watch what happens here. So you find your target, you launch the missile, and you can see the wires coming from the launcher. And remember that bright light that you have there? That is something that the launcher can use, a sensor on the launcher can use to track the missile's position. And then based on that, it will always try and keep the missile moving towards the target.
Facing astern. As long as the operator keeps his sight on the target, the light is automatically kept exactly on course. Steering commands generated in the optical sensor are automatically transmitted along fine wires trailed behind the missile. Crosshairs in the telescope provide the operator with perfect aim.
Now, that is a guidance principle called SACLOS. And SACLOS is one of the fundamental principles of modern anti-tank missile guidance. There was at one time, however, an older guidance method called MCLOS or MICLOS. And no. Okay, not exactly, Kurt. Not exactly. The cable is just there to provide a signal to the missile. The missile basically has moving fins that control its direction. And based on where you point the launcher, there's a sensor on the launcher that can determine the relative position of the missile to the target. And it tells the missile, hey, you need to go that way to hit the target. That's what's happening here. The launcher is telling the missile where it needs to go. Kind of, yeah. Kind of. That is a way of thinking of it, Kurt. It's much thinner than an Ethernet cable. So, are you familiar with how thin? God damn it. Better than Wi-Fi players. But so that's SIC loss. MC loss, on the other hand, you have the same setup where you have a sight, you have a missile, and you have wires connecting the missile to the launcher. However, unlike SACLOS, where as long as you keep the sight on the target, the launcher will tell the missile where it needs to go, now the operator has a joystick. And while looking at the target and the missile, because again, the missile's butt is glowing, that's literally how this works. The missile's butt is glowing. And based on the glow of the missile's butt, the glowing thing in the missile's butt, the launcher tells the missile where to go. But in MC loss, now the operator has a joystick, and by watching the missile and its target, they have to fly the missile onto its target like a tiny RC plane, and it is utterly ridiculous. It is utterly ridiculous. I at the time it was the best they could do, but it was far less effective than SACLOS. And once SACLOS became available, pretty much every single anti-tank missile was upgraded to use SACLOS guidance, just because it was a better system. There it goes. And do they consider firing a knife? Unfortunately, knives don't really work on tanks. Unfortunately, knives don't really work on tanks.
Or improved tow. It uses exactly the same launch equipment as a standard tow, but has an extensive nose
Alexa, stop.
Which provides optimum detonation distance between warhead and enemy armor.
Ooh. Oh boy, here we go again.
Became operational in 1981. Today, the newest version is the TOW 2. This is a second-generation missile.
Kind of, actually, Kurt. Kind of. You're not actually throwing a knife, but it's kind of similar. It is kind of similar if you think about it.
TOW 2A, now
You're
coming
actually
into service, has tandem warheads
so
to defeat
active protection systems are an extremely yeah, nope. There was some spicy things you could do in the old Battlefield games. I remember, partner. You remember all those? Do you remember all those times people used to just cover Jeeps in C4 and then yeet them at tanks? Do you remember that? Because I remember that. I remember that very well.
active armor. Planned for production within the coming decade, the TOW 2B flies over its target and fires its
warhead down. Yeah.
Can be used over extended ranges.
Oh, no. I've got one even better for you, Kurt. I've got one even better for you. I don't remember what you used in order to do this, but do you remember Battlefield 4? Battlefield 4, you could put a vehicle over explosives, and then based on its orientation, you could use the explosives to launch the vehicle to reach high places. For example, let's say that there was the tower on Siege of Shanghai. You could get an ATV to the top of that.
By day or night, and from a wide range of
top of that tower. Ooh. Bradley. Look at it go. Also, let me just do something real quickly here. We go here, we go there. We go here, we go here. And we go here to manager to adjust the title. What should we call this now? That is the real question. There we go. I got it. There we go.
Tow has several
there we go.
These
bro, they put
nacelles
knives in the
carry
missiles.
4 to
Didn't you
6
know?
hot missiles.
Didn't you know they put knives in the missiles?
HOT, or HOT, gets its name from a French acronym meaning high subsonic speed, optically guided, and tube launched.
What do we got here? Oh, yes. The European version of the TOW, the hot missile. Oh, look at this thing. Look at this thing coming out. That is a beautiful shot. You see it just coming out. Also, let's just rewind that. You can actually see the wires connected to the missile that connect the missile to the launcher. You see this little thing right here? That is the actual wire spooling off of the missile to keep its connection to the launcher. And once again, this missile uses the same guidance principle as the TOW of Saklos, where as long as the operator keeps his sight on the target, the missile will try to go there.
During hot training on a practice range, operators quickly learn how to master the missile control panel
and let's see what this does next. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh, yeah, these modern missile guidance systems, like this is in the 80s. This was in the 80s, and a lot of this technology is still in service. And it lets you you can angle them on a slope. Being on top of the building, an enemy tank just pops up in front of you. Yeah, no. With a tank, that's even more terrifying. Especially if the guy who's in the tank is a good gunner and while he's flying manages to get the shot off. I remember there being montages all over YouTube at one time just showing people who were able to pull those shots off. It was insane.
Including West Germany's
Watch this thing. Watch this thing.
Destroyer.
Turret. Blah, da, da, da. Lancelot turret. Oh no, here we go. Carl G, look at him. We're not gonna watch this in order because there are just some real choice shots I want to show you. Look at this thing. Here it comes up. Look at this footage of just how the system reloads the missile. Like you could just put Half-Life sounds over this and everybody would just go with it. It would be perfect. Out it goes. I don't know what it's gonna go, whose day it's gonna go ruin, but it's gonna go ruin somebody's day, that's for sure. Oh man. Look at it.
A later version of Seawolf uses a
4-barrel
launcher weighing 2.5 tons.
Where is it though? Where is the thing?
Reflecting early Soviet
Where is it? There's another shot. I just want to show you because it is absolutely gorgeous. Where? There it is. Look at this thing. Look at how the Tomahawk comes out of this launcher. Now this launcher is obsolete and has since been replaced by what's called the vertical launch system, but that shot is just gorgeous right there. Comes out of the that is big dick energy. That is the big dick energy of the military industrial complex right there. And with that is an image I'm going to leave you with for tonight. And we are going to go and say hello. And we're going to go and say hello to somebody. Oh, hey Kogasa, how are you doing? How are you doing tonight? Yeah, no, we don't want that. Let's pull that video back up and then do this in a separate window. There we go. Yeah. Hey, it happens, Kogasa. It absolutely happens. Now, I want this here because I don't want y'all guys seeing the recursion of nightmares. So we do that, perfect. And now we go here. Do this, and let's see who's on, shall we? Who's on to raid? So, while I'm looking, I'd just like to say, that tomorrow we will be going back into Turok 2, Seeds of Evil. I love you, Kogasa. By the way, since you're here, let me just give you a shout out because more people need to watch you as well. You are wonderful. Oh, Oh, what were you doing today, actually? What were you doing today? What were you doing today? Because it says tabletop RPGs, but what were you, not today, but, you know, last stream. What were you doing last stream? Ah. Oh, that's right. That's right. You were making your character for the Pathfinder game with Renvalia. That's right. You were doing that. Ooh. Yeah. I remember that now. Yeah. Oh my god. My character sheet is an absolute disaster. I'm just gonna mention that real quick. My character sheet is an absolute disaster, and I feel like there are many very important things that I'm forgetting that I have to be done. And I'm going to be reminded of them violently when it comes time to actually run the session. And Ren is going to be absolutely pissed at me. I can already tell. Written in blood. Yes. Like I said, safety rules are written in blood. Oh boy, who should we go say hello to? Who should we say hello to? That is the real question. I know exactly. I know who we're gonna go say hi to. I know exactly who we're gonna go say hi to. We are going to go say hello to. Oh shit! Yeah. Oh shit! He's still going. Yeah, we're gonna go say hello to Shady. And let me put that in correctly. JD Desk channel. Yo, he has been playing Kirby. He has been going ham on those Kirby games, actually. So, tomorrow, before the raid, I just like to say, tomorrow at the same time, I will be returning to Turok 2, Seeds of Evil, where we'll be trying to get through the maze that is the Primogen's Lightship to find the last of these damn crystals that I need to get in order to finish that mission and hopefully get through, and maybe if we're even really lucky, finish the whole, not finish the game because we still have to do a lot of backtracking, but get through the next boss. But in the meantime, I'd just like to remind you that everything is a knife. Good night.